See the moonlights on the town. Whoa, I'm getting ready. Talawa TV is in the town. Whoa, I'm getting ready. Got a corner on the telephone. Yeah, this is the Ocean of the Messenger, and you're watching Talawa TV with the host and best. So, Davis, take it away.
My followers, how are you all? Good evening, or maybe it's a good morning, or depends on where you're based in the world. It is officially time, and my clock is saying 11:45. So I am almost one step closer to midweek. Let me know how your week is going so far. How's your weekend been? It's been a while since I've actually chatted with you guys. There's always that one person that is the first to join my live. I don't know who you are, but thank you because you're always here showing support. What I'm going to do is I'm expecting this live to be relatively short. I'm going to actually copy the link to the live stream if anyone fancies joining me live on air. You're more than welcome to. My only golden rule is to keep it child friendly, so that simply means no swearing. So there you go. And if you are planning on coming on live stream, then do go ahead and make sure that you've got a well lit background. Only request from yourself. Like I said, I don't know who you are to the person that's tuned in, but do go ahead and drop a comment in the comment section. As you can see, tonight or this evening, late evening, approaching a new day for me, I'll be talking about the Reggae Girls and the Reggae Boys. Should have given you an update over the weekend, but my weekend was kind of busy, so I decided to wait until Tuesday night, get a few more games in the pipeline, and then have a chat with you all. A few things that I want to go through with you. Should probably turn on my shared screen in a bit so that we can look at a few of the league tables. So today we're going to be looking at the English Football League. So we're going to be looking at the Championship, League One. Also going to be looking at the WSL, the Women's Super League, and also the Championship as well. Because as you know, we have Reggae Girls and Reggae Boys up and down the country in a number of different leagues. Let's see, where should I start? Usually start with the Reggae Girls, so I think tonight I should probably keep it more of the same. Start off with the Reggae Girls. Probably a few news or a few updates that you guys are already aware of. If you're not aware of that, hopefully I'll be the one to keep you in the loop. So let me go ahead and turn on my shared screen so I can get that table up, that WSL table up for you guys. Good day, Hot Chili. So good day now that you're here. How are you? How's your weekend been? Or bet I should ask, how's your weekend? How's your week going so far? It's been a while since I've chatted to you. I hope you're in good spirits. Thank you for joining me. So like I said, guys, let me go over and hit that shared screen for you all so we can take a look at the table. Few tables that I'll be looking at. You should be able to see everything. Let's see if I can maximize that for you guys. There we go. Right. So let me know if you guys can see what's on screen. Let me know if there's anything I need to close off on that because I won't be needing that particular tab. And as I said, I guess it's only right to start off with the Reggae Girls. Ladies first, so let's keep it simple. Start off with the Reggae Girls and then make our way over to the Reggae Boys. Plenty of action in tonight's championship. Some breathtaking games. Had me on the edge of my seat. Couldn't really believe what was going on with one or two games. So we'll get into that later on. Hot Chili says my week is going perfect. I love that. I'm happy for you. Perfect. That's a wonderful word. Hopefully it gets better for you. I'm not really sure you can get any better than perfect though. But I do hope it gets better for you. Hope you enjoy the rest of your week and I hope you have a lovely weekend when it comes. Right. Okay. Let's go over to the championship. You guys should be able to see that. I'm going to be popping back and forth to make sure that you guys can see what I'm looking at with regards to the Women's Super League. So what we can do to keep it really simple, we can start off with the table by looking at the Women's Super League. So that's the top division here in England. As you can see, leaders at the top is Arsenal. They're looking pretty decent at the top, aren't they? They still have a few games in hand and closely followed In second place is Chelsea. Now, we all know who Chelsea belongs to. Chelsea belongs to Drew Spence. For some of you who aren't aware of where Drew Spence plays, and that is one of the reasons why we keep an eye on Chelsea. And as you can see here, Chelsea, we had Drew Spence and Chelsea, they sealed a late, as you can see on your screen there, a late 1-0 win over Aston Villa. Sam Kerr, the goal scorer. That was some game, doing it inside additional minutes. Games are always special when you can nick it at the end, and Chelsea went ahead and did exactly that. Drew Spence went off inside the second half, but nevertheless, it's still a win. 3 points in the bag for Drew Spence and Chelsea. Let's go over to see that you guys can actually see what's going on. You can, because you're actually communicating. Bless up to yourself. How's your week going? How you feeling? Who do you support? Who you guys in the comment section support? I don't want to touch on any particular teams tonight because I don't want to cause an upset. Let's go back over to the table. So there we go. If we go back over here to the table, we can see that Drew Spence and Chelsea are sitting in second place, just behind their friendly rivals, Arsenal. And if we go down a step, we can see Tottenham here, and Tottenham, another Reggae girl here for Tottenham. This was a good game. Tottenham, you can see there on my screen, in their last match, which was on Sunday, they squared off against, the team that they squared off against, and the player that plays for Manchester City is Bunny. You can see right there that we've got Rebecca Spence in goal for Tottenham. Unfortunately, Bunny sat this one out on the bench, but as you can see here, Manchester nicked it with a lovely 1-0 win in the bag. Sorry to Rebecca Spencer, getting my players mixed up there. Sorry to Rebecca Spencer with that defeat. I mean, either way, it's a win-win for us, isn't it? Whether Tottenham won or Man City won, we've got Reggae girls on either side, so it's a win-win. Preferably, they probably would have liked a draw, or maybe Reggae girls fans would have fancied a draw. 1 point apiece for Rebecca Spencer and Bunny. Sadly, on this occasion, that wasn't the case. So that is how the WSL's looking with regards to the top 5 teams so far. We've got Drew Spence here again with Chelsea. And in 5th place, we have Bunny. That's Khadija Shaw. For those of you who are wondering, Khadija Shaw with Manchester City. Things aren't looking that great if we shift our attention towards the bottom of the table where you have Leicester City. Now, I know you guys know who Leicester City belongs to. If you have somehow managed to forget, let me go ahead and remind you that that team belongs to Paige Bailey Gale. And as you can see here, a bit of an unfortunate result there for Paige Bailey Gale's Leicester City. Some bit of positive information there in regards to the result. A bit of a positive news is that she actually didn't play this match. Perhaps that's the reason why they couldn't salvage a point or nick all 3 points. Paige Bailey Gale was on the bench as Leicester City registered a 3-2 defeat over Everton. So if I go back and look at that table, let me just back over here to see what you guys are. Oh no. Okay, I'm going to be nice to you. I'm not going to I'm not going to do it to you. You know who I support, right? So I'm not going to do it to you because you're a supporter, and I'm going to be nice to you. So I'm not. All I can say is I'm sorry about that result, and that is as nice as I'm going to be on this occasion. Not specific, but because just remember City did draw, didn't they, against Crystal Palace last night, Monday night. That is what you call Monday night football, people. Crazy game. Lovely to see Patrick Vieira, the ex-Arsenal man and ex-Manchester City man as well. I can say ex-Arsenal legend. France legend, handling business in top flight football. Lovely to see a black manager going out there and getting respectable, applaudable results against some of the big teams in the Premier League. One, where have you been? Thank you, sir. It's very kind of you. £5 in my back pocket. Thank you, Wun. How have you been? I haven't seen you in a while. Always nice when you show your face. Kind of feel like Christmas when you're around, Wun. So I hope your day is going good, or better yet, I should ask you, how's your day going? How's your week been so far? It's been ages since I've spoken to you, Wun. So let me just take a quick pause and go back over to the leagues that we were just talking about. I've already gone through that with you guys. So I think it's only right if I just shift right to the top of my screen and look at the, shouldn't be saying that. Let's see if I can just change this one to the championship, because that's the direction that I want to go in for the time being. The FA Women's Championship. Obvious while I've come over here, isn't it? Quite obvious that I'm looking at Liverpool out in front there at the top of the table. 17 matches played. They've got 29 goal difference, 42 points, sitting comfortable at the top there. Liverpool, and you guys know who Liverpool belongs to. In case you don't, let me give you a friendly reminder that that club belongs to Jade Bailey. Jade Bailey actually was part of the starting 11, guys. I know that's music to your ears. Jade Bailey was part of the starting 11. She went off inside the 73rd minute. Just shortly after she went off, Liverpool actually got their goal. So they got their goal in the 84th minute to seal a all-important victory over Charlton Athletic. And as you can see, that one there was played on the Sunday. So Jade Bailey looking like she's heading straight towards top flight football with Liverpool. Long may it continue. I'm hoping to see them in top flight football. Let me just take a quick pause to come back over to see how you guys are doing in the comment section. I'm going to take a quick pause. So that means I'm going to stop my screen share, see what you guys are saying, because you guys, this is all about you. It's not about me. So let me try and communicate with you guys as best as I can. Woman says, big up hot chili. Absolutely. One, you took the words out my mouth. Remember when he played against Arsenal? It was like early during the season, and what a game that was. Arsenal nicking it. Incredible game. Was happy for him. Bit like yourself. I'm like, yes, I want you to come here and walk out the Emirates with your head held high. But I don't necessarily want you to win, but I do love to see black managers do well, black managers succeed, because if they do, then that obviously opens up further opportunities for more up and coming black managers. Because for some reason, people seem to think that black managers can't do the job. I don't know why that is. Some of the best players in the game happen. I think the greatest player in the game happens to be someone who is black. Obviously, that doesn't mean just because you're a great player, then that doesn't necessarily mean that you'll be a great manager. But if we're good enough to be part of the game itself, then surely we are good enough to stand on the touch lines. And so far, so good for Patrick Vieira, and I do hope that it continues. Boss Thomas says, how confident are you that Spence from Chelsea will be part of the next? What a question. I love that question. I love that question. I think I might need to go and do some snooping around to see if I can get a answer for you there, Thomas. I think confident, that's a key word there in your question. Based on what I've seen over recent years across the board where the women's team and the men's team are concerned, I'm not sure if I should be saying that I am confident. I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful to see Drew Spence in the next qualifying windows where the CONCACAF qualifiers are concerned. Do hope that I could see Drew Spence, possibly Paige Bailey, Gail as well. Might see Jade Bailey, but there's always a hold up, isn't there? And there's always one direction to look in when we find ourselves in these unfortunate position. She's probably okay. I think she's okay. I haven't heard anything from her. I did actually message her dad before I came on here because he supports Manchester United. So I was wondering, why is he so quiet? Hoping that all is well his end, but I trust that she's okay. I will give you her your love. She's a fan of yours, Wun. I think I've told you that already. She's a fan of yours. She likes your energy. Definitely big up Wun. Definitely one of the most sincere supporters in our unique space. Jade Bailey's a good player. She don't always start. When your guess is as good as mine, I guess we could also say similar stuff for Khadija. Although I think for Bunny it's a slightly different situation with regards to Manchester City, because Manchester City, just a bit like their male counterparts, they just have an incredible wealth of talent, solid squad depth. So I'm not too surprised that Bunny's not having to come off the bench. When I went to watch Bunny and Drew in that cup final some weeks back, I was hoping to see more minutes of Drew and um Bunny as well. Sadly, that wasn't the case, but I am quite fortunate that I managed to see both of them play for their respective clubs live in flesh. And you guys know how that one panned out. Manchester City won that League Cup final against Chelsea. So that's the first trophy in the bag for Bunny with Manchester City. And long may the success continues for all of the Reggae Girls. Not sure how they work that one out when it's Reggae Girl versus Reggae Girl as it was Chelsea versus Bunny. I don't know how they work that one out. But for me, I'm not complaining, because when I go to games like that, I'm saying it's a win-win for me. Doesn't matter who lift the trophy, as long as it's a Reggae Girl, I can't complain. But don't want them to beat City. Hot chili. We share similar feelings, don't we? Love Patrick Vieira to absolute bits. Do I want him to beat my team? Absolutely not. But do you want him to do well? Impressive Mitchell was against City. He shows that he's quality, one of the best right backs and right winger. Yeah, you guys are stacked for talent, aren't you? Manchester City. Mr. Military, this guy needs no introduction. I'm sure you guys are aware of Military Guna, one of the best in the game, not just in the Jamaica YouTube space, but just in YouTube, on YouTube in general, in terms of creating quality content. So if you're not familiar with Military Guna, I don't know if that's possible. I don't know how that's possible. Do head over to his channel and hit the like and subscribe button. Trust me, you will not be disappointed with his content. Some quality stuff coming from Military Guna every week. So do go ahead and check him out if you're not familiar with him. Bless up yourself. How you been? How's your week been so far? Also, this has just reminded me. Let me go back to Military Comment. I actually did a preview for tomorrow's game. I say tomorrow because it's already 12 o'clock. Whoa, it's today. It's match day for me. It's 12 o'clock. So today is officially Wednesday. So Arsenal will be hosting Liverpool. I know you guys know it's crunch time at the Emirates Stadium. Don't know who's going to take the bigger bite with that one. But I did a preview for that game alongside Military Guna over on Ryan LFC's channel. So do go ahead and check that out. And we did that alongside Jersey Boy as well. I think that's one of my favorite not I think, what am I on about? No doubt one of my favorite previews for any games, surrounded by kind-hearted people, educated conversation, bit of laughter there as well. So it was a lovely combination, and hopefully that's the first of many more previews and other collaborations. So do go ahead over on Ryan LFC channel and search for that preview. You won't be disappointed. Trust me. Hot Chili says, Arsenal, I wonder why, Hot Chili. Seems like somebody's asking for a favor. If you want a favor, here's what you do, Chili. You send that Raheem Sterling to the Emirates in the summer. Do whatever talking you need to do before kickoff today, and then maybe we might do you a little favor. Okay? But you're not looking to send Sterling to us in the summer. I don't think we'll be doing you any favor. That's not to say I don't think that they'll get a result against Liverpool, by the way. Ellen White and English and favorite in English books. So even though Bunny is much better than her, you have to say that, have to whisper that one quietly. 1-1. You can't have me saying stuff like that. The coach is looking for an excuse to drop her all the time. Anytime Bunny don't score, she's dropped. Well, 1-1 seems like somebody's keeping their eye on the Manchester City games. It's not surprising though, is it? Because all you have to do is read 1-1's first line, Ellen White. No, and obviously we're not trying to disrespect Ellen White. She's a superb talent. Is England's one of England's favorite players, and there's reason for that as well. because of what she does on the field of play, obviously. But you can see why. I mean, Bunny is playing for an English club. Are they going to favor someone who isn't English over a English product? You can kind of put two and two together. If the shoe was on the other foot, then perhaps Bunny would be in the same position as Ellen White. So, if, say for example, if one of the biggest leagues was played in Jamaica, obviously you expect to see Bunny over Ellen White for obvious reasons. She's playing on home soil. She's one of Jamaica's biggest athlete there is. Um, so I'm not surprised with the position that Bonnie's in. Be interesting to see if a move could be on the cards because unlike the men's game, women footballers they do tend to move around at a fast pace. They're quite swift with their hopping from one club to a next, hopping from one club to another. So I won't be surprised if I see a move on the cards for Bunny. Maybe not this summer, depending on what happens next season, because I do trust that she's a hungry player and she don't always want to be sat on the bench. No player with ambition wants to be sat on the bench. So I think if things don't change, perhaps you might see Bunny making a transfer to a different club. Would love if that's the case. I'd love if she stays in the WSL. Or maybe she might even make her way back to France. Maybe she might test out the NWSL over in the States, wherever she goes. She does stay at Manchester City. I'm sure she'll make. She already have a name for herself, but I'm sure she will add to what we already know of her. More trophy to come for our Reggae girls. Absolutely, absolutely. I love that. I agree with you. Manchester City are terrible this season. Leaving out Bunny is not helping them. Coach must want to get fired. They had a disastrous start. Couldn't believe the start that Manchester City had. And that's the reason why they're in the position they're in. Let me just remind you all. Let me turn on my shared screen for you guys. See if I can get that up. Backtrack just a little bit so I can get up that league table for you guys, for some of you who are just tuning in. So we can look at that league table there just to add some context to what 1-1 is saying. If you look at that league table, that's where Manchester City are currently sitting in. They're sitting in the 5th position. They're usually here or there. So that is a huge difference when you take into consideration the games that have been played, the number of goals, the number of points, and the number of goals as well. Would you look at that? 35 goals for the Gunners. The Blues with 28 points. They're friendly or not so friendly rivals. Manchester United with 19 points. Tottenham with 19 goals. That's in goal difference there, guys. Tottenham with 7, Manchester City with 11. Kind of you're in disbelief when you look at the table and look at the goal difference and the points and look across and see that you're actually looking at Manchester City. So yes, 1-1 is right there with Manchester City. Maybe the coach is playing to get himself through that exit door. I think Spence gets her first cap for the girls, and we could see first competitive cap. See James Fowler. You're a fan of James, are you? Interesting to hear that. You're not the first person to mention wanting James to come and play for Jamaica. That might happen. Be interesting to see if it does happen. It'll also be interesting to see what England does in regards to James, whether they're looking at her or not. They don't really need to. In case you guys are wondering what James are we referring to Chelsea's Lauren James. For those of you who are probably wondering who are we referring to. Wunwin says, yes, military. He is, works hard, knows football, so go and absolutely. Absolutely. I'm going to leave that up there for a while. Do what Wunwin says. I can't believe it's been almost half an hour with you guys. Yes, please do go ahead. Yes, he is. I don't know him personally, but he does seem like a sincere guy. Um, so yeah, and he's an Arsenal fan as well. So there's something good about him. If anything, he's a gooner, so you can't go wrong. Arteta is our savior. You sound a little bit desperate there, hot chili. Oh, it sounds like you're on. How much you willing to pay us to get a decent result over Liverpool for you today? I say today, guys, because it's officially 10 past 12 here in the UK. In case you guys are wondering, why am I saying today? It is officially Wednesday, match day. The big one at the Emirates. That should be an 8 o'clock kickoff. Arsenal hosting Liverpool. That's looking like it's going to be an entertaining fixture. Still City at heart. I know that. I know that. Be interesting to know, how did you become uh a City fan? What player attracted you to the club? Because that's usually the case. Is usually that one player that attracted you to support your team. I expect us to lose based on what happened last time we played at the Emirates this season, and also the fact we haven't beaten a good team in form all season except for Wolves, who had 10 men. I mean, I think one way of them losing that is probably self destruction. This is what I'm saying to you guys. I already previewed this game. So do check it out on Ryan LFC's channel. It's only fair to him to push traffic onto his channel because I already did that for him last night. And I'm also going to be over on Ryan's channel today being Wednesday for me, guys. Straight after that match, straight after the Arsenal versus Liverpool. Ryan is in high confidence. He says, well, paraphrasing, Ryan says or believes that he's going to put us to bed. Um, don't know. Maybe he's right. Maybe not. Maybe this is the new Arsenal. I think this is where you get to identify whether Arsenal have truly changed. Change doesn't happen overnight. So, regardless of what happens tomorrow, don't be feeling sad or feeling lost, if that is if it is a defeat. I know some Arsenal fans are expecting a defeat, but Rome wasn't built in a day, so try to take it easy on yourself if that's the case. No disrespect, she's been a consistent scorer for England for years. Bunny is just better in my opinion. Only a few strikers in the world are on a similar level to Bunny in my opinion. She's elite. What do you think about the possibility of Bunny moving to another club? Who do you see playing for in the future? I've got one club in mind, and it's outside of England. I think if you watch women's football, you probably know the club that I'm thinking of. Really, I don't rate Arteta at all. Why is that? Why so, Winwood? Why so? Be interesting to hear why you don't rate him. I couldn't believe it either. Why Bunny out? Your guess is as good as mine, Evans. It could come down to something as simple as manager's favorite. Not saying that there's anything that the manager has anything against Bunny, but it could just be down to preferential choice and who he trusts the most to go out there and get the job done. Also, this is still her first season. She's closing off on her first full season for Manchester City. So there's still that integration process for Bunny at Manchester City. Looks like we've got a 12th man in hot chili. Nice to finally see Arsenal on the top of a table, even though it's the it is, isn't it? It is, is it? But the women's team, the Arsenal women's team, they're the most successful women's team in England. They've won it all. They're a powerhouse based off their history. Echo that their military guna. Good to see them back at the top where they belong. Let's go through. I don't want to upset no one, military, because I know I have a few Manchester United supporters. So I don't want to step on no one's toes, but I think me and you are sharing the same feelings here, military. I would give you guys Jack Grealish for that result. Why Jack? Why you can't give me? Why I asked you for Raheem Sterling and you're telling me about Grealish? Why not Sterling? You can't just pass. You don't need him clearly, or you don't want him. So just send Sterling our way in summer, and we might consider doing you a favor tonight. Well, my dad is a City fan, so I'm a City fan. I would not support no other club. Fair enough. That's the way it usually goes, um, isn't it? Arteta has turned top four into an achievement. Before he arrived, it was an expectation. He spent more money than any other manager at the club and lowered the standards of his eighth place. Interesting one there, Wun. I think looking back at the last decade, I think depends on what you define as achievement, but I think top four was the expectation for Arsenal if we look back at the last decade, particularly under Sir Arsene Wenger's final decade at Arsenal. Like I remember when Arsenal were being mocked for chasing or for nailing down that fourth position. People were like, oh, you're treating it like a trophy. That's all you can do is achieve for a fourth place finish. And now the tables have turned where players, or I should say teams and clubs, are killing themselves for a top four finish. They'll do anything to finish in the top four. And I think if I'm not mistaken, I've actually heard managers saying that it is a trophy. So it depends on what you view as achievement there, one. I think if he got a top four finish or finished in the top four in the fourth position, that's a incredible achievement given the circumstances that Arteta came into. The fact that for me personally, be interesting to hear your opinion, but I think he's done an incredible job so far in terms of removing that toxicity that was so evident to see at Arsenal for all those years under a number of different managers. You could include Sir Wenger in that. You could look at the interim managers. You can look at other full-time managers that's come on post Wenger, and there was toxic culture there. There's no denying it. Players not wanting to be hungry enough. Players not being ruthless enough. I think the game on Sunday against Leicester City, for me, that was the best experience I've managed to. 1 second, guys. Yeah, for me, that was my best experience at the Emirates on Sunday. Um, the vibe just felt completely different. There was something, the fans were in a good mood, good spirits. You can probably put that down to their current unbeaten run. So yeah, he's changed something. There's a few positives there with Arteta. I was a little bit annoyed with him. Guess you could say maybe last season with his man management and who would be disciplined and who wouldn't be disciplined. But I think now in hindsight, it does actually make sense. Yeah, Wun. Tell him, Chili. That's a little bit harsh. Yeah, it is. That's the reason why it's been expanded from the top four to the big six, isn't it? So definitely gotten more competitive. This is what I'm saying. If Arteta can pull off a top four finish of finishing the fourth position, then that is an incredible achievement. I think it'd be a good idea now to pause and go over to the. I've already touched on the women's championship, haven't I? Because I know I touched on Jade Bailey. So I think it's only right for us now to take a quick pause and go over to the men's side of things. So let me go and put my shade screen back on again for you guys. Let's see. And then I'll turn my attention to you all in a short while. Let me get through this bit. So I'll check in on you guys again to see that you guys can see what's on screen. So there we have it, guys. Life in the championship. So many cracking games played. I'll say yesterday. So that would have been Tuesday. You're now looking at yesterday's game, Tuesday, depending on where you're based in the world. So it's probably today's fixtures for most of you. But if I do go ahead and refresh that, you would see that it says yesterday. So we can start off with, who should I start off? Who's first on my list? I guess we could go over to Bournemouth and Jamal Lowe. And this one was an interesting one. You can see there Bournemouth went up early early 1-0 lead inside the 8th minute with Dominic Solanke there taking the lead for Bournemouth, and they were pegged back in the 83rd minute by Tom Ince to share the points, and Jamal Lowe came on inside the second half, as you can see there again, as I stated previously, Bournemouth being pegged back by Reading to share the points. So Reading pretty much came and spoiled the party there, didn't they? This is probably one of the worst ways to lose a football match so late on when you can almost see the finishing line, and they went and spoiled that party there for Bournemouth. Now, this is the game. Blackburn Rovers versus Morrison, Derby County. This one had me on the edge of my seats. I couldn't believe what was going on towards the latter stage of that game. As you can see there, our man Ravel Morrison took the opening goal for Derby County inside the 28th minute. And you can see clearly how that game finished, can't you? 3-1 to Blackburn Rovers. I do think perhaps it probably would have ended 2-1 to Blackburn Rovers had there not been such a extensive additional minutes. I think in total at one point I was thinking, when is this additional minutes going to come to an end? In total, I counted 10 minutes of additional time. I had a little bit of a context there as well. At some point, Darby were playing with 10 men as substitute Kazim Richards had been stretched off. So that could probably add to the reason as to why they suffered a late goal inside additional minutes there, with Sam Gallagher getting the third goal inside the 90 plus minutes of additional time. So that game was quite gripping. I was like, what is going on here again? When is the referee going to blow the whistle for that one? And if we scroll down a little bit, we can see West Brom and Fulham. Fulham needs no introduction. If you're familiar with English football, you most certainly know the club that the players, I should say, the Reggae boys that play for Fulham. And if you don't know, then let me give you a gentle reminder. It is the club belonging to Bobby Reid and Michael Hector. Big Heck. Bobby Reid played 72 minutes, guys, with Michael Hector, unfortunately, on the bench. And as you can see there, unfortunately for Fulham, they suffered a narrow 1-0 defeat at the hands of West Brom. So West Brom at home against Fulham, and they took maximum points. A little bit unfortunate there, isn't it? So if we go back and look at that table and look at how things are looking good for us. Table's looking good for us, isn't it? Where the Reggae Boys are concerned, with Fulham, that is Bobby Reid and Michael Hector out in front on 72 points, closely followed by. This has been neck and neck so far all season, hasn't it, guys? Jamal Lowe's Bournemouth following his compatriots at for the Reggae Boys in Bobby Reid and Michael Hector sitting in second place. And then we've got Queen's Park Rangers. They're sitting in fifth place, and that's the club belonging to Andre Gray. If we scroll down just a little bit, there's enough few more games filtering through tomorrow. I believe Luton are playing tomorrow there, guys, so we can keep an eye on that one for you. That's how the rest of the championship is looking. If you scroll all the way down to the bottom, you see Preston, who plays for Preston North End, don't you? That is Mr. Daniel Johnson. He's the man belonging to Preston North End. They're currently sitting in the 14th position. Not looking too pretty, but I guess it could be worse. So that is how the championship table is looking. Let me see what you guys are saying in the comment section. Ravel on fire right now. Yes, he is. He absolutely is on fire right now. Long may it continue. I'm going to go over your comments soon. Let me just ride this one out and just complete this bit of roundup for you guys, and we can go over to League One and see. Let me refresh that because it's currently saying today and it should actually say yesterday. Go over to League One and look at Rotherham and Lincoln City. Now who plays for Rotherham, don't you? That is Mr. Wes Harden. And Wes Harden came off the bench to help Rotherham see out a 2-1 win over Lincoln City. I'm about to rain on your parade, so I do apologize in advance. As you can see here, Morecambe, so that's the club belonging to Mr. Greg Lee. They suffered a 5-0 defeat at the hands of Shrewsbury. Let's try and make things a little bit more positive because that's a bit of a damper, isn't it? So let's make things just a little bit more positive for you guys. Let's go up to Scotland in the Scottish top division, and you can see Rangers. You know who plays for Rangers, don't you? It's Kayla McCoy and Chantel Swaby. Now, if we look at their last game against Hamilton, we had Kayla McCoy on the score sheet not once but twice, and she helped provide a double so that the Rangers can walk away with a healthy 4-0 victory over Hamilton. So that's how things are looking. They're not looking too bad there, Rangers, where the league table is concerned. Just 1 point behind Glasgow City, who are currently leading the table. Hopefully not for long. Hopefully someone can clip their wings and they can fall off and allow Rangers to go back to their rightful position. So I'll keep an eye on things for you guys where Rangers is concerned. Hopefully they're able to keep up this winning momentum, this winning run. You can see there is, can't you? 0 losses in 18 games. Long may it continue. So that's the roundup so far. There is a few more games taking place this week. I'll try and give you guys some updates. Let me go ahead and close off on that shared screen because you guys don't need that no more. Don't need that shared screen. Let me go through the comments. By the way, thank you to each of you who are tuning in to my live stream. Mr. Evans, good evening to yourself. How you? Or good morning. How's your week been so far? Go through the comments and see what you guys are saying. That's what happens when you give a big jobs to unqualified people and have no standards. Manchester United is a complete so many different conversations can be had with Manchester United. I think it's safe to say that there's a cultural problem there at Old Trafford, quite similar to what we've seen in recent years with Arsenal. So they need to, whoever the manager is, whether the head coach or the manager is that comes in the summer, they've got their hands tied because they have several tasks that they need to tend to. Some tasks need urgent attention. Some things need to be done as a matter of high priority, and others can wait. And I think one of the biggest tasks is to try and get rid of that toxic culture that's there. Some of the people that's connected to the club, some of the people connected to the club, and they speak too much for my liking, or for your liking if you support Manchester United. Some people just don't really have positive things to say, and when you add to the negativity, obviously that could only go in one direction for the club, the team, and the players. Liverpool alone. Not with Manchester United being terrible, Leicester. I'm guessing Woodman is talking about a top 4 chase for a top 4 finish here. See. I don't know why I'm actually reading it over here when I could read it on my screen. Being terrible and Tottenham being terrible too. It's the easiest season to get top 4 ever in recent years. Can't argue with that, can you? If he gets the top 4, he doesn't deserve to be sacked. But I'm not celebrating and thinking he's a good coach. He's not. Newcastle are about to spend big, so every year it will get tougher. Are we still talking about Arteta? 1-1. I don't think he's going to get sacked if that's the person that we're talking about. We need to do much better every year. Man United will not have a PE teacher management. Oh no, absolutely not. They're going. One thing about them, they're going to make a change, aren't they? Sometimes it's probably too long of a wait for their fans to bear, but they will make a change. You guys will get better, but Newcastle soon join the top 4 races. Well, yeah, Newcastle have the money to spend, don't they? And historically speaking, we've seen Newcastle cause a threat. Remember when they had Demba Ba and Papi Cisse? You don't want to relive those moments, do you guys? Well, I think we're about to, unfortunately. True, Ravel is on fire. Wayne Rooney putting him on the wing all the time and then putting him on the bench was not helping Darby. Ravel is playing central in advanced positions. Now, let's see. And then the idiots want Pochettino. These guys are. You don't want Posh. You guys don't want Manchester. Not you guys. Can know Hot Chili is the blue half of Manchester City. Guys who support Manchester United. You guys are probably not in the best mood to talk about football right now. You guys don't want Pochettino at your team. Probably thinking, what type of question am I asking you? Before I go any further, I want to remind you guys of something I did, an interview I did recently with Mariah Gray. So let me go ahead and play this for you quickly.
Hi, this is Maria Gray, and you're watching Talawa TV with Crystal Davis.
So what I should actually do is let me do something so you guys can actually bring that back. Take this off and go again so you guys can see if you haven't watched this interview yet.
Hi, this is Maria Gray, and you're watching Talawa TV with Crystal Davis.
As you can see there, the heading there is a conversation that had so many different layers speaking to Miss Gray herself last week. And I released that one yesterday. Fascinating interview with Mariah Gray. Spoke about God, as you could see on screen, spoke about her religion, spoke about mental health. That was an interesting conversation. Spoke about injuries, bouncing back from ACL. So much to her character. So if you have a moment, do go ahead and check out that interview with Mariah Gray. I think I should probably try and put that down in the comment section to make life just a little bit easier for you guys so that you can find the interview. So let me go ahead and see if I can copy that, the link to that interview, and put it in the comment section for you guys. And when you have a moment, do go ahead and give it a watch. Thank you to those of you who have hit the like button. By the way, I've just seen that some of you have hit the like button. I've put that down in the chat so you should be able to see it. Pick up yourself. Theo, how's your day going? How's your week been so far? So there you go, guys. That's the link to the Mariah Gray interview. So do go ahead and give that a watch when you can. Absolutely no rush. It's been almost 1 hour, but I think this is probably the quickest review I've done so far. Definitely long overdue. If I could just turn my attention to see how the rest of the week is looking in terms of games that will be played, I think then I can kind of figure out when I'll be back on here with you guys. A couple games being played tomorrow. But as I said, tomorrow, straight after that Arsenal versus Liverpool game, I'll be over on Ryan LFC's channel. So do join us. Do join us. And I think I'll be joined with the usual. So Ryan, Jersey Boy, and also I'm expecting to see Military Guna there as well. So do join us if you can tomorrow, straight after that Arsenal versus Liverpool game. So yeah, there's a few more games. I think it's probably another live stream. See if we can make sense of this. So I think possibly the next live stream for me and you guys is looking like Thursday. I think Thursday is the better option rather than doing it tomorrow because there's more games being played on Thursday. So I think my best bet is to see you guys again here round about the same time. So that's 11, I say a little bit earlier, 11 p.m. my time, 11 p.m. UK. That is, for a lot of you, I'm 5 hours ahead, possibly 4 hours, depending on where you're based in the world, and sometimes maybe even more. So do your maths and your calculation. Keep your eye on my page as well to see when I'm likely to go live again. It's not looking good for them, is it? It's not looking good for them, for Manchester United. Very miserable. Try not to talk too heavy about them because I don't want to upset my subscribers. Let me know what you guys there's any topics, I should say, if there's any topics that you guys would like me to dive into on Thursday, then do drop a comment in the comment section, and I'll do my best to try and cover that. If not, it will be more of the same, quite similar to today, where we'll go through a few games and look at the results, look at the Reggae Boyz player involvement to see how they've performed. So I'll be doing another live stream, similar format for the Reggae Girls and the Reggae Boyz, and we can sit here and have another conversation. Not really sure if I've actually told you guys thank you, but thank you to those of you who are watching. Even if you're not commenting, just the fact that you guys have actually decided to click onto my live stream is good enough. So thank you so much for blessing me with your time. To guys in the comment section as well who are always active, thank you so much for giving me your time. Definitely doesn't go unnoticed, and it's most certainly always appreciated. So yeah, let me know, guys. I think I can take this one to an hour. It's 50 minutes. I don't see why not. I'm feeling quite relaxed now that I've given you guys those updates there. Let me actually see something. I think I could add something to Thursday's show. Let's see. Okay, no, I can't. I have to hold my breaks with that one. So maybe I could add it to Sunday's show. Then could give you guys a show on Sunday. I think Sunday's probably the best bet because by then we would have seen Saturday's fixtures and obviously Sunday's fixtures as well. So the next time that you guys will be seeing me is Thursday on here, Thursday and Sunday. And on Wednesday, you can catch me again over on Ryan LFC's channel. So those are the times that you'll be seeing me on a live stream. Let me know if you guys have anything else in mind. We've got another 9 minutes until I have to love you and leave you until next time. Thankfully, next time won't be a long wait. Also trying to see if I can give you guys more interviews. I know that's something that you guys have been asking for. We've been asking for more interviews, so I'm trying my best to get that done for you guys. Ryan is very confident, so I'm not sure if there's going to be any laughing at Ryan tomorrow. He's a very confident Liverpool fan at the moment, so yeah, I'm not really sure if you'll be able to laugh at him tomorrow. Be interesting to see who is laughing come May, though. Will it be you, Hot Chili, or Ryan LFC? Be keeping my eye on both of you to see who wins the title come May. Just got another 8 minutes with you guys, and then I'm gonna close off on my live stream until I see you guys again here, similar time on Thursday and also on Sunday. Sunday I might go a little bit earlier for you guys, so that I can close off at a decent time. I don't think I want to be up too late on a Sunday. Obviously, I love speaking with you guys, but I have to prepare myself. Just like you guys, we have to prepare ourselves for that dreaded Monday morning. Nobody likes Mondays. So yes, guys, 20 more minutes I've got. Let's got 7 more minutes if you all. Let's scroll up. And I did mention that I put my latest interview with Reggae Girl Mariah Gray in the chat. It's in the chat somewhere. See if I can go ahead and copy that once more, because I can't find it, and I copied and pasted it for you guys. So let me go ahead and paste that once more. And you guys can go ahead. It should be at the bottom of the comments. So the latest comment, you guys can go ahead and check out that conversation. That's one of my favorite interviews. So insightful. You'll definitely learn so much about her. So do go ahead and head over or click on that link and enjoy it. And let me know what you guys think in the comment section as well. As ever, your feedback is definitely most welcome and appreciated. So thank you all in advance. Got another 6 minutes with you guys, and then I'm going to close off. Yeah, brace yourself. Brace yourself. It just might happen, right? Brace yourself. Um, because they might just go ahead and do exactly that. So who knows? Who knows? They're not the worst fan base in the world, though, are they? Well, for me, I've seen some fans that will give them a run for their money, so they're not the worst. But there will definitely be plenty of in your face um, talking from a lot of Liverpool fans. As expected, will be the same if it was Arsenal or Chelsea or Man U in their position. So it's all part of the game. So yeah, guys, as I said before I go, let me know if there's anything that you'd like me to add to Thursday's show. Quite pleased that a lot of you have actually hit the like button without me having to ask the first time round. So 22 of you hit the like button, so thank you. Thank you for that. And you guys seem to be going quiet on me. I'm not really sure why that is, but I'm going to stick to what I said. I'm going to see this one out through to the 1 hour. And then I'm going to close off. Um, and just to remind you all, there will be a few games played in the across the English divisions tomorrow, where the women's players and the male players are concerned. See if I could see if I can actually go back and have a look at that for you guys. Let's see. Yeah, so next in line for Drew Spence and Chelsea is Everton. So you can keep an eye on that game. For Manchester City and Bunny, next in line for them is a game against Reading. So that's two games there that you guys can keep your eyes on. If we go across to the championship, let's see what's happening there. You guys probably can't see what's on my screen. I don't think I actually hit shared screen on that occasion. Go across and look at Liverpool in the championship. That's the women's team that I'm talking about, guys. In case you guys are wondering where am I getting my fixtures from. If you look at Liverpool, next game for them is on Sunday. And that's another game against Charlton. So that's a 2 p.m. kickoff for Jade Bailey and Liverpool. If I backtrack just a little bit and look at Leicester City and Paige Bailey Gale, their next game is wow, it's a while away, isn't it? Their next game is on the 27th. That's a big one. They'll be squaring off against Drew Spence and Chelsea. Three o'clock kickoff if you're based in the UK. We're 5 hours ahead if you're based in Jamaica. So do go ahead and do your maths if you're based elsewhere and want to follow those games. That would be a miracle, Wayne. That would be Christmas come early. Well, yes, thank you for your support. Like Wayne said, go ahead and smash that like button, guys. Do go ahead and smash that like button. I guess I could do something quite similar there for the men's update as well with regards to games being played throughout the week. So tomorrow you have Amari Bell's Luton Town and you have Preston belonging to Daniel Johnson. They're going at it tomorrow, 7:45, 7:45 in the UK in the championship. So that's another game for you to keep an eye on. See if I can expand this table and see what the fixtures are saying. So that is it. And Queen's Park Rangers are taking on Nottingham Forest, potential Reggae Boy over there for Nottingham Forest. Again, that's another game that will be played at 7:45. Today meaning Wednesday in the UK. So yeah, a few games there for you guys to keep an eye on. Definitely keeping active. And then on Thursday night is Europa League action for you all. So CC Sports, good evening to yourself, sir. How is your week going? how you been? It's been a while since I've seen you. Nice to see you here again. Hope you're having a lovely week. Or if you're not having a lovely week, I do hope that it gets better as the days draw to a close and we approach the all important weekend. Couple more seconds with you guys, and then I'm going to have to love you and leave you until I'm on here again next time. Let me just reiterate what I've already said so many times on this live stream, but I have to keep on saying it because without you guys, this live stream don't work. No live stream of mine's work without you guys' support. So thank you always for tuning in to my live streams or even watching my pre-recorded stuff. Thank you guys for smashing that like button. Thank you for keeping the comment section active. These streams, be it live streams or pre-recordings, they don't work without you guys. So thank you guys for your endless support. Europa League is Manchester United level. Well, you're feeling very hot tonight, aren't you? I'm not going to let you draw me out to wind up the Manchester United fans because I don't want them having a go at me, Chile. Because when they come for me, you're not going to be here to defend me. So you're going to be busy at the Etihad lifting your trophies whilst I have to deal with them on my own. So I'm not going to let you draw me out with Manchester United. I know they're feeling sensitive at the moment and I would love to poke at them, but I can't do it just because they are supporters. I'm going to try and behave myself. Just gone past the 1 hour mark, guys. Also, keep an eye on my Instagram. I don't know if any of you follow my Instagram page. I do post over on Instagram as well. Similar stuff to what I've gone through tonight. So, you know, your player updates for both the Reggae Girls and the Reggae Boys. So do keep an eye on that Instagram. Go ahead and hit that follow button as well. Another way for you to keep up to date with all of the Reggae Girls and Reggae Boys news as I put them through. Since it is midweek for me, it will be midweek for you guys when it comes. Like I said, I will be back on here on Thursday night. And just to give you guys one final reminder, do catch me on Ryan LFC tomorrow, straight after that all-important game at the Emirates, Arsenal hosting Liverpool. Liverpool looking to capitalize on Manchester City's stalemate against Crystal Palace. Arsenal looking to prove that they are worthy of being taken serious. Will it be a win for the Gunners or the team in, well, they're both in red, aren't they? The team in red from Liverpool. Or will it be a draw? I fancy a 2-2 draw. I know some of you probably disagree with me, but I fancy a 2-2 draw in that game for obvious reason, entertainment factor. And I think judging how things usually pan out against Liverpool, a 2-2 draw, looking back at history and the present, wouldn't be so bad for a young Arsenal side. And if it is there to sneak and take or claim maximum points, then I hope that the boys go for it and get the job done. We'll be talking about that later on. Hopefully I'll be in good spirits and hopefully I'll be smiling. Before I go, let me go ahead and remove something and give you guys a reminder of my latest interview. You know what to do. Go ahead and search for my latest interview and here it is.
Hi, this is Maria Gray, and you're watching Talawa TV with Crystal Davis.
So do go ahead and search for that interview with Gray. It's my latest bit of content aside from this live stream on my YouTube channel. I would most appreciate it if you guys gave that a watch and a like. It's so unfortunate that this live stream have come to an end, but it's always a pleasure and a blessing sitting here and speaking with you guys. Do hope that you enjoy the rest of your week. If I don't see you between now and then, I do hope that you have a lovely weekend when it comes. And thank you as always for giving me your support. Do take care of yourself. Until next time.
I'm John Barnes, and you're watching Talawa TV with Crystal Davis.